In this example, we are going to cover customizing our QuickBooks items. For this example, I'm using QuickBooks Premier Accountant Edition 2010. If you're using a different version of the software, your screens may vary slightly. First of all, we're going to display our item list by going to the List drop-down menu and selecting Item List. Here you'll see all of the items that are currently set up within our company file on QuickBooks. If we went to Item and New, you'll see here the different types of items that you can use within the QuickBooks software. The service items are used to track services that you buy or sell. The inventory part items are used to track your purchases and sales of inventory. The inventory assembly items are used to track items that contain assemblies of other items. And you can only use the inventory assembly type if you have QuickBooks Premier or QuickBooks Enterprise Solutions versions. The non-inventory part items are used to track products that you buy or sell but don't keep in inventory to sell to your customers. The other charge items are used to track miscellaneous charges that you would pass on to your customers, such as shipping or finance charges. Subtotal items are used to calculate and display subtotals on your invoices. Group items allow you to bundle several items together. They are very similar to the inventory assembly items, but they don't track the quantity on hand, such as an inventory item would. Each item within the group is tracked separately. So if you wanted to combine multiple services into a group item within QuickBooks, that would be the function of the group item. Discount items are used to calculate and display discounts on your sales forms. The payment items are used to show payments collected on the face of invoices and then refunds given on credit memos. Your sales tax items are used to track sales tax for each location where you sell taxable goods and services. Sales tax groups can be used when you pay sales tax to more than one agency. It allows you to group several sales tax items together for one total. So if you had a state portion of your sales tax and also a county portion, you could make a sales tax group to tax the total of those two items together, but still be able to break them out separately for reporting. We are going to go ahead and create a new service item in this example. So we're going to select Service here. And our new service is going to be a photo session. The description is going to be photo session service. And the rate that we are going to associate with this item is going to be $95. And since it's a service, it's going to be non-taxable. And the account that we're going to associate this item with is going to be service income. So now when we invoice a customer and use our photo session item, it will automatically pre-populate across with our description and rate. So now that we have that entered, we're going to click OK to save the item. And now you'll see our new item appears in our item list. Now we're going to create an item for subcontracted services, and in this case we're going to set up a two-sided service item so that we can track both the income and expense of the subcontractor. So in our item list we are going to select New and Service. And our item name is going to be Video Photographer. And it's going to be a sub-item of our photographer service. And now we're going to select the checkbox. This service is used in assemblies or is performed by a subcontractor or partner. When we do this, it breaks our entry into two two fields for the purchase information on one side and also the sales information on the right side. So on our purchase transactions, we are going to want the description to be subcontracted video photographer. And we're also going to use the same description on our sales side. The cost is going to be $95. The expense account is going to be subcontractor. Subcontracted services, a cost of goods sold account. And our preferred vendor is going to be Wong and Son Video. So now if we were purchasing these services, this is the information that would show up. On the sales side, our sales price is going to be $125. And since it's a service, it will be non-taxable. And the income account that we're going to post these transactions to is going to be services. And setting up this double-sided item will allow us to track the income and expenses of the subcontractor, so we'll just see how much money we're actually making on our video photographer services. If you had multiple subcontractors that were performing services for you, it would be a good idea to set up a separate double-sided item for each of them. That way you could track the profitability of all the services that they are providing for you. So that we have that set up, we're going to select OK. And now you'll see our sub-item under photographer for the video photographer. And it shows up as a service with the price of $125. The next thing we are going to cover is setting up an item for non-inventory parts. And these will often be items that you would use for your customer sales forms, but don't necessarily keep in inventory. So we're going to add a new item. It's going to be a non-inventory part. It's going to be a custom photo package. And since this is going to be a custom item, we're not going to set a specific price, so that way you will enter the price when you are using this item on a sales form. The account that this item is going to post to is going to be sales. And now that we have everything recorded, we will select OK. We can also track the profitability of a non-inventoried item by setting up a double-sided item for that. So that's what we're going to do in the next step. We're going to go back to New and Non-Inventory Part. And now we're going to set up a item for a custom ordered video camera. We're going to select that this item is used in assemblies or is purchased for a specific customer or job. So now we'll have both sides of the item show up, our purchase information and our sales information. And the description will be video camera special order number. and we will specify the order number for each customer. We're going to leave both the cost and the sales price as 0 because this is a custom order. Our actual cost is going to be specific to the special order along with the sales price. The expense account we're going to associate with this will be cost of goods sold. The preferred vendor will be Ace Supply. And on the sales side, this item will be taxable, and the income account will be sales. So now that we have that set up, we can go ahead and save it by clicking OK. And you'll see the item display in our items list. The next thing we're going to set up is going to be an other charge item, which you would use for things like freight or finance charges or expense reimbursements that you're going to place on your invoices. So we're going to go back down to item. And new. And we're going to select other charge. In this case, we're going to set up an item for shipping that's passed on to the customer. The set amount that we're going to charge for that is going to be $8.95. And that will be non-taxable. And the account that we're going to use for that is services. So once we have that in, we'll click OK to save the item. And you'll see our other charge item for shipping is now on our items list. You'll see that our sales tax items have already been set up, but if we did want to set up one of those, we can go to edit so you can see the information that you would need to enter. So if we go to edit item, you need to select, if you were setting this up from scratch, your sales tax item, the sales tax item name, the description, your tax rate, and then the tax agency, the vendor that you make the sales tax payments to. And that concludes our example for customizing our items list.